The tallest mountain in North America is 20,320 feet. Cool.
As a lad growing up in the outback, golf legend Nigel Bridges showed little aptitude for sports. He wasn't very good at rugby or cricket, or so it seemed, at golf. But he tried and he tried and he tried and he tried and he tried. Until he got it right. You'll find the same dedication and commitment to perfection at Outback Steakhouse, where a great steak dinner is always just a short drive away. Outback Steakhouse, no rules, just right.
Good shot!
The luxurious Lexus ES300. All the security and comfort you're looking for at a price that most only dream of. At Lexus of Annapolis and Lynn-Stoller Lexus in Owings Mills today.
Canada on a roll. We're back to a 13-9 game. A lot of scoring. That one by Gill. He has been a big part of this comeback. There, another one out front by Gill. And Tierney cannot believe this team is giving him mistakes to allow opportunity as Paul Gate gets the face-off from a dominant Rodney Tapp. Tied up by Jacobs. Gets through one and tied up by another player. No foul call. Ball still loose. Gary Gate comes out far side. Picked up in midair. And he's got more rope on the far side. Unbelievable handle by Tavares. He went up to the sky to pull down that pass, and he gets the 10th goal of the day.
An amazing catch by Johnny Tavares. Gate wins this ground ball and then just flings the ball about 30 yards crossfield. Tavares one-handed the top of his stick and then beats Lacrosse high. That seems to be the key. Most of their goals recently have come over the shoulder of Sal Lacrosse. Tavares, his second goal here late in this ball game. Leaf, unbelievable turn of events.
Hold call against Jacobs and the faceoff team. Domination on faceoffs by Canada, but they throw it away. Jacobs back to his wingmates, and here comes Andy Ross with a lot of speed. He'll just take it up. Ross, Darren Lowe trying to get control. Ross being ragged by Canada. Canada had it, quickly threw it away. Jacobs, he'll wheel off, they'll try to shoot, will they? Back door, no, they throw it out of bounds. And it goes back to Canada. You know that Coach Tierney just wanted them to sit on the ball.
Less than 3 minutes to go in the game, Leaf. The clock stops now every time the ball goes out of bounds or we have a whistle.
You know that Coach Tierney wanted them to sit on possession. They didn't get the shot on goal. Watch Paul Gate coming in with another shot, a test, and Lacrosse comes up big. Ball loose, behind the back, he makes another save. Lacrosse has saved his team from goal 11. Great job by Sal. Big hit by Veltman.
We're gonna have a timeout on the U.S. side. Millen called timeout, and I think the U.S. might be out of timeouts. Let's see.
Back up, back up. Stay focused. Out of the box. Out of the box, out of the box.
Attacking. Hey, what happened to the goal yesterday with us? Attacking out of the field. That was a loose ball push. Oh, they got an unsportsmanlike.
We have 2 penalties. We have a face. We have a face, gentlemen. The ball was loose.
I tell you what we have, Leaf.
Face off.
We've got an unsportsmanlike conduct foul against Veltman, and then we have a delay of game. You cannot call timeout in the defensive end of the
You
field.
both got penalties, sir.
2 minutes. For 1 minute.
5 on 5. Can you say that? Go. Hey! Centers down, gentlemen. Centers down. No, we've got enough. Right, get out. Go out there. He's got 2 goals already. He's hot. Get down now, sir. Right, you're set there.
Face off as they look for possession. Tavares in, flips it up to Gary Gate. Gary Gate's got room. Short stick, Jackson on him. Gary Gate pushing it in, and a great strip by Patty McCabe. And now you may never see the ball again on the red end of the field. Billy Miller will just run them down. Chris Anderson comes out of the goal, nobody there, and Miller tries to score in the crease, and they go away. Tierney cannot believe that they don't just sit on the ball. He is trying to communicate it to his players. He doesn't know what other words to say, but they continue to make some gambles and put it back into the sticks of the Canadian players. Not much time. They've got to score here. Paul Gate trying to get a shot. Behind, Gary couldn't collect the ball. He took his eyes off it, and that may be the last chance.
That's going to be a push against Morrow. Canada will get the... Oh, no, they're going to call an
I got simultaneous. I got simultaneous. You see that? I got simultaneous. Don't do it. How do you think I got in the crease? With balls loose, we got a face.
How did I get
That was a push.
Hey,
push.
Good call.
We got a face-off. We have a face-off, gentlemen.
Watch, you'll see Maricek pushed into the crease by Morrow right there. He was called for in the crease. We're going to have a face. We're going to have some kind of unsportsmanlike conduct, slashing on the loose ball. So another face-off. Canada down by 2.
Quint, I tell you what's worked beautifully for Canada is putting Tavares back there on the attack zone. He is shooting so much better than Grant or Govett when they were back there, and it really has made a spark on this offense for Canada. Could be a little bit too late, though. 3-goal lead for USA. Closing moments of the game. About a minute and a half. They try to get possession. Here's Tavares. He'll come in. He's got Maricek, and he's got Rowe. It's a 2-goal game. 13-11. 1 minute 28 left.
Still enough time for Canada to tie this one. Maricek, his first goal of the game. John Tavares has been the spark leaf. He has made the plays late in this ball game with a goal and now an assist. Watch it. Off the face-off, just unmarked men. U.S. not picking up in transition. Maricek left all alone. They have a 3-on-2. You'll see Volker not sliding because he had Gary Gate on the far side. Huge face-off.
Rodney Tapp, he gets another one clean, and he picks it up. Here goes Canada. They're only 2 goals down. On the field is Jimmy Veltman. Clock going down toward 1 minute. They'll have to pick up a goal here. Not only a shot, but they've got to beat the great Sal Lacrosse to have any chance of tying this game. On the run, Tavares behind the back, and the ball will go out and still controlled by Canada. Tavares is single-handedly resurrecting the hopes of Canada. Big check on the far side. Players trying to get up front. Terrible play by Chris Gill. He just forced it and took away every chance. Ball still loose and picked up finally. Paul Gate will have to get a shot off here. Coming down, looking inside for help. Power move. He's got a little room. Behind the back, far side, and an easy goal. Left side of Sal Lacrosse. It's a 1-goal game with 35 seconds. 8 straight for Canada. The sideline for U.S. is rattled. The United States has dominated this game until Tavares pulled Canada on his shoulders.
Paulie Gate with a no-look behind the back feed to, I think it was Gill at the tail end of this. He was double-teamed, but he found his teammate. They've scored 8 straight. They trailed 13-4, and they've scored 8 straight. Unbelievable.
Timeout called by USA. USA calls the timeout. We're going to join the huddles, and it doesn't get any better than this. The 2 best teams in the world, the United States dominated this game from the outset, and then Canada rearranged the decks with some different players, and they're back in.
I'm on. Gary, you're back in attack. All right. Yeah, you got the line? Yeah. We got 35 seconds to tie it. 35 seconds to tie it. You want a last shot, or do you want to go? We want to go for the tie right away. We get more shots if we go for it continuously. We get the ball, attack, we go for it. Don't try to kill the clock. We go. Come on, Mike! 1, 2, 3. Come on, Wade. Yes, Wade.
Quint, like every good championship, you hope for an ending like this. It's coming down to 1 face-off, 1 possession.
Rodney Tapp against Ryan Wade, it looks like. You got Volker and McCabe on the wings for the U.S. Watch Volker and McCabe. They will go in to stop the fast break. You've got a Gate on the far wing with Veltman, the Hoover vacuum on the near wing.
Ryan Wade's a different look. He's a fast, quick player, but it's Veltman coming up with the ball. He gives it back to Tapp. Tapp comes down, nobody in front of him. Looking for help, a shot, and a goal! The game is tied by Canada with 23 seconds left. It's 13-13. The Canadians have done the impossible. Plenty of time left for either team, Quint, to win it in regulation. They have rearranged their attack. They put the shooters back there where Grant and Govett were not getting it done, and it's been producing.
And they're shooting high. Tapp wins the face-off to Veltman. Back to Tapp, and Paulie Gate just lets a laser go. It's tied up with 23 seconds to go.
They can win it in regulation if they get possession. The ball going toward the out of bounds. Clock winding down. Possession key. Bouncing around, pushed up. Stevie Toll. Rodney Tapp's got it. They might get a shot. Toll with 9 seconds. Toll with great speed, trying to get inside. He'll take a shot. Toll goes behind. No shot left. Toll cannot get the shot off. We're going OT. Clock on the stadium has expired. And we are going into overtime, folks. Canada has done the unbelievable. And they have tied it and sent it into sudden death. Last 9 goals for Team Canada against a team from the United States that was dominant in almost every facet, maybe except faceoffs.
The most incredible turnaround in any lacrosse game that I have ever seen, Leaf, and I think you'll agree. Paulie Gate ties it up with 23 seconds to go. Rodney Tapp on the assist. He's been winning every face-offs.
He gets another possession. And I think 2 4-minute periods, they'll switch ends. Gary Gate collects it from the wing. Let's see the makeup. Johnny Tavares stays on the attack, and that has been the biggest single change they've made. John Tavares rose up and raised the level of play on the attack end of the field to make all 6 guys on offense a big-time threat. Paul Gate also back there. You've got Paul Gate and Tavares along with Marechek, taking a lot of heat off Marechek. Far side, crease violation. Falls out.
I tell you, Paulie Gate is so tough to stop from behind the cage. Got to give Reed Jackson a lot of credit on that one for tying Paul up. He's such a load at about 235 pounds.
Played collegiately at about 185. Had a ton of speed then. They haven't slowed down much. They're 30 years old, the Gate brothers. This will be probably their finest athletic competition in the World Games because they have matured as athletes. Next one not for 4 more years. They'll be 34 then. Sal Lacrosse, very patient bringing it down. Paul Gate staying on attack with Tavares. They've got a lot of power on the offensive end of the field. Now, the USA has to get back into their offensive shift. Think differently than they did before. Lockwood, they'll try to challenge, think back quick to when they were doing so well. They were challenging Canada one-on-one, using their speed and their exceptional quickness. Game tied at 13. Millen trying to be the man who makes the big difference. Charlie Lockwood up top. Gary Gate playing defense against him. Gary Gate is a great stick checker. They tried to get it down to the left-handed side. Blake Miller was parked over there, and he just didn't quite get it cleanly.
Lockwood to Miller went off the top of the stick of Blake Miller. Canada were now clear. That last 5 minutes of regulation, just helter-skelter lacrosse. You can see the nerves setting in right now. These teams don't want to make a mistake, taking their time, both offensively and clearing the ball.
Canada taking a little bit of a breath. Gill boxed in. This team, not again the smoothest clearing team because the long stick's not a part of box lacrosse. Randy Mearns will bring it over. USA now locks up with Paul Gate behind. Pat McCabe plays him. This is Marechek. Whoa, gets it back inbounds. David Morrow. He's going to run Morrow. Morrow's been sensational. Tavares couldn't pick it up. Marechek throws it right over Tavares' head.
Couple unforced errors. Each team, again, 2 4-minute overtime periods. Not sudden death, but the nerves certainly there.
Ball coming down. Darren Lowe looking for the shooters. Lockwood couldn't pick it up. Cleaning, running toward the sideline. Lockwood trying to save it. Ball right back into the stick of Fennell, and he can't get it cleanly. We're in overtime. 2 4-minute periods. We want to remind our affiliates we'll take an affiliate break. A break for our affiliates. It'll only be 1 minute long. It's unscheduled because this overtime is as well. Our next break between periods will be for you affiliates. 1:25 left.
Lockwood coming out. Sudan now a fresh midfielder for the U.S. coming in.
Mark Millen showing the speed. Fennell trying to put stick on his numbers. And Millen, left-handed laser, could be the game winner. He puts the United States on top again, 14-13. They have not been behind since the opening goal of the game when Gill scored.
We have seen Millen do this all week long in this tournament, and he picked the best time in his career to score a goal. Isolating against Fennell. Here it is. You'll see he just turns the juice on right there and catches Sanderson napping in the goal. Again, a look at it, just a strong left-handed move with a lot of speed. Look at the accuracy. That ball deflecting off of the post.
Ryan Wade trying to get his first face-off, and he does get possession. Ryan Wade looking for a shooter. Far side, easy dunk. There it goes. Got a 2-goal lead for USA. A different look. Rodney Tapp. Rodney face-offs. He is an excellent athlete, a returning from the '94 team. And, of course, much quicker, Quint, than Jacobs, who is more of a power face-off guy, 6'5". 44 seconds left, and we'll take a break between periods when we get a chance. Again, it'll be an affiliate break. Right now, though, timeout.
U.S. timeout. You've got to wonder if they're going to pull it out here, try for one last shot, and then go here in the first overtime, non-sudden death period. U.S. here, they will try to run some clock off, and then at 15 seconds to go, they will attack. We will then have a slight break, and the teams will come back for another 4-minute overtime period.
Attackmen and midfielders are fairly interchangeable these days as you look at Chris Sanderson. But Tierney put in his best 6 shooters right here, so basically 6 attackmen on the field right now. It can only backfire, Quint, if Canada gets the ball and puts some pressure on these guys and makes them play defense. They would have to go from one end of the field to the other. Watson making Gary Gait run and play some defense, taking the time off the clock like you suggested. Watson looks at the clock, sees that it's time to get it moving. Gary Gait, stick on his numbers. Darren Lowe comes back behind. He is the true quarterback now. He looks to beat up front. Millen, big shot goes wide. Clock still moves. Timeout called by Canada. Ball out of bounds. And that's surprising. That gives the U.S. time to make a... It has won 3 straight face-offs. He gets face-off number 4. Canada been huge in getting possessions for his team. That is the biggest difference in the game. Ryan Wade coming down. He'll can it right here and end the game with a big save by Chris Sanderson. Unbelievable. Ryan Wade got the face-off for the 4th straight time, but then they give the ball back. Offsides on USA. It's going to set up an extra man and quit. When Canada makes their runs, it's usually on the benefit of an extra man play. They're going to get one.
I've got a legal procedure, too many men on. We've got. It's all right. It's all right. Referee's error. Ball will stay white.
That's a good call. The chief box official overruled the referee who dropped the flag. Jesse Hubbard had stepped on the field. He thought it initially was an offsides call. Made the correct call.
Then he gave it to the wrong team. He had the wrong color. He had the wrong play. It's tough in the overtime for the refs too. Final 3.5 minutes. Gary Gait driving in. It's Paul Gait. Paul Gait goes to the check, but Pat McCabe goes behind him. 28 saves in the day for Sal Ocasio. He's had a nightmarish 4th quarter because of the great offense of Canadians shooters. That one's a big save. Follow-up goes wide. No goal. The ball is pushed to the wing. They're down by 2. Maricek now as Morrow comes up. Big room up top. First shot by Gary Gait, but another stick check, that time by Volker. They're really putting a lot of checks on the shots and saving the hard shots from Sal Ocasio. Randy Mearns up to Paul Gait. He'll lock up on Brian Volker. Volker over the top as he rolls back right. Shifted up to John Tavares. Crease violation. It's a push call.
It's a push call against the U.S. Lacrosse made the biggest save of the day against Tavares. Tavares mixed it up. Earlier shot high. This time Sal went down to his knees all over that. Huge save. 2:30 to go.
They're asking a lot of Sal. This will be the 5th shot on Sal Ocasio. And Maricek puts it in the net. Maricek makes makes it a one-goal game, 15-14. The last 4 times. Rodney Tapp. Ball still loose, and here comes Tapp out of the scrum. 2:20 left. Tapp gets possession, gives it to Veltman. He'll come off, and Chris Gill will come on. Tavares on the offensive end. He has the ball now. Reed Jackson with a short stick lined up. This is a good spot for Tavares to take the short stick. Tavares senses it, looks far side. Veltman, he wants to feed, so he'll get it behind. This is Gary Gate. Gets it, tries to get the ball. Veltman will have to run it down. He won't catch it. Who will get the ball? It can't go over. Veltman's still scrambling, and he is knocked out by Bresci. Interference called on Bresci. Watch out, U.S. Set up, because here come the guns. Colgate dipping inside, flipping it off to the wing, and they just missed the goal. They had an open goal. Beautiful play. Crease violation goes to USA.
Tavares missed the net. He missed the net.
He had, here comes Sanderson for the double. Half a minute. Watson coming in on net. He won't take a shot. They won't be able to get it back this time as the ball pushed around from player to player. Lockwood gets it on the ground. Here comes Canada. One last chance. All the way down. Here comes a shot and a big save by Lacrosse. That'll end the game. Lacrosse becomes the MVP to most of the crowd here. 3 seconds left, but that'll be it. Quint, they had tremendous opportunities, and Lacrosse saved them in the end.
Maricek hit the post on the first one, and then Sal made an incredible save on that second one. Leaf, this is just unbelievable.
The chances were all there. They just couldn't connect, and credit USA for keeping their composure. Sal Lacrosse just saved them time and time again. Not enough time left.
I tell you that Maricek, watch this play. Tavares on the end will take a bounce shot. Lacassio's right there, controls his rebound. And Maricek with a foul right there. That's interference with the goaltender, and Sal's pumped.
Only 3 seconds needed to come off the clock, and the United States will win a hard-fought championship against Canada, a team they dominated for most of the game, and then had to sit there and withstand a barrage of offense like they had never seen in the tournament. But Sal Lacrosse sealed the winner's goal. USA, world champs, 98. In a championship game, you look for dramatics, you look for the impossible to happen, and that is exactly what has happened in World Championship Lacrosse for 1998. This star-studded team controlled the game from the get-go. They had a huge lead, but Canada didn't